Good evening. Welcome to this 2023 version of the Stoddard County Fair Parade, powered by Acor Media and sponsored by Southeast Health of Stoddard County. We are in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter and less than 10 minutes away from the start. I'm Aaron Mathis alongside Greg. We look forward to bringing you the coverage of tonight's parade. Greg, this is your 27th year as the resident and business owner on Stoddard Street. You've seen a lot of these. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, first of all, I think we ought to tell the folks that we've moved our facility, and where we're broadcasting from tonight, we're on top of the funeral home here on Stoddard Street. We got an excellent location, and the first thing that as I gazed out onto the crowd, you know, for the past 27 years, it's the same people. They're like Baptists sitting in the same pew on church day. The same people, they're in the same place every year. They look forward to coming to the parade. The faces get older and the kids get younger. They've all got their sacks out there, and it's just something really to behold. And we're already started, are we not?
We are 6 minutes early, it looks like, as the first marshals making their way down here at 5:25 p.m. in downtown Dexter. This is the fair parade leading up to the 96th annual Stoddard County Fair that will happen all week until Saturday evening down at the Stoddard County Fairgrounds.
Well, as usual, the Dexter PD will have their lead car of the police. I don't know if that's Chief Hank Trout or what. And then somewhere right in behind, we should have our Grand Marshal, whoever that might be.
Looks like Kenton Pope is leading the parade with the state of Missouri flag and the United States flag. Kenton worked the last several years rebuilding that truck. That is his grandfather, Ed Pope's truck. Kenton rebuilt that from scratch.
Ed bought that new, from what I understand, and Kenton spent the last few years redoing that thing, and he's done quite a job with it. Surprised his grandpa after he took it over and showed him what he had done with it.
Following them, we've got Hank Trout and Mayor Jason Bankin. And we have our Grand Marshal 2023 Stoddard County Fair Parade, Mr. Willard Adams.
Oh, Willard's former mayor, Bernie, longtime Bernie resident, worked for Boot Hill Regional Planning Commission for several years, longtime Stoddard County resident.
Following Willard, we have Hannah Wilson. She is the 2023 Stoddard County Fair Queen.
Yes, she is. She's got quite a crown there. Looks like the World Series trophy, the way it's all booted up there.
Willard being driven in a Allen Christian 2023 GMC Denali. Following the Fair Queen, we have the Stoddard County Ambulance District. Chuck Casting, the new director at the Stoddard County Ambulance Shed. We want to thank them for everything they do. They try to attend a lot of Stoddard County athletic events, making sure someone is there in case there's an injury to a local athlete.
And it looks like our first group of candy giver routers has arrived. It'll be the Dexter Fire Department, Dexter Volunteer Fire Department. You can't say enough of the work that these guys do. You know, they train. If something happens, boom, they're Johnny on the spot. They're a very dedicated bunch. They're a very close group. They all get along so well. They're like one big family.
They don't have Smokey the Bear with them. It looks like that's Donnie the Dalmatian.
Well, somebody must have got onto them. They hadn't blown their sirens yet. Normally they come up through here and have them things wailing.
Once again, the Stoddard County Fair will kick off tonight. Following the parade, it's going on right now. Make sure you hit the Midway and see the ride, sponsored by Tinsley Amusements, and the local charities will have food booths down there. The Dexter Lions Club with funnel cakes. The First Baptist Church will provide things. Dudley Church. A lot of churches down there. The Rotary Club will have pizza, so make sure you go down there on an empty stomach and pay homage to the charity groups that spend that money throughout the year in the community trying to help people out.
Of course, our parade sponsor tonight is Southeast Health. Stoddard, the Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County is proud to sponsor the Stoddard County Fair Parade, and they certainly invest in our community with outreach services and visiting specialists, including cardiovascular, of which I attend, pulmonology, gastroenterology, endocrinology, hematology, and oncology, and of course occupational medicine. That Stoddard County Sheriff's Office. Looks like they're coming up with their drug dog. whatever his name is, he's got something in his mouth. Our Stoddard County Sheriff's Office has been led now for many years by Sheriff Carl Hefner. And as we get into the 2024 election, that'll be one of the offices that'll be up for election, will be the Sheriff's Office. Carl, I don't know how long he's been sheriff, but it's, I don't know, maybe 12 years. And he succeeded Steve Fish. Carl's been a long-time law enforcement officer. He's got quite a dedicated group of men and women that work with him in his office. Can't say enough about the job they do for the people here in Stoddard County.
New Stoddard County Jail facility has been up and running for right at a year now.
Right at a year. You know, the voters of Stoddard County voted a $13 million tax, sales tax to fund that. It's quite a facility. There's not one quite like it in our neck of the woods right now. It's truly a very nice facility, very well maintained. And I'm being presiding commissioner, I get the opportunity to go over on there on occasion, and you can really see the difference between the old facility they have and the facility that we're now using.
Coming up behind the State Highway Patrol and the Stoddard County Sheriff's Department is going to be the Bloomfield Volunteer Fire Department, Engine 2. Beautiful red with lights displayed.
You know, Dexter is, when we talk about fire departments, of course, the majority of the fire departments here in the county are strictly volunteer. Dexter does have some paid full-time employees that are paid by the city of Dexter. And they're very, all the people, Bloomfield, Essex, Dudley, Puxico, Advance, all of their fire departments, just a very dedicated group of people. Again tonight, our sponsorship for the Stoddard County Fair Parade is Southeast Health. Southeast Family Medicine of Dexter now offers convenient care hours at their clinic located at the hospital on 1 Mile Road. The hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and they have same-day appointments, and walk-ins are certainly welcome.
Here our first band coming up in the 2022 Fair Parade. First place was the Puxico High School Band, and they will be leading it off as far as the first band coming down Stoddard Street tonight.
You know, the Dexter Lions Club used to run the parade, and we instituted the Stoddard County Fair Parade Trophy. And at that time, the Puxico Rhythm Steppers, they won it several years in a row. Their band director at that time was Mr. Harold Lichtenegger, and he really had quite a band. Let's see if we can't hear a little bit of what they're playing.
Right in front of the Puxico Rhythm Steppers was Stoddard County Fair Queen Chandler Bates, followed by Stoddard County Fair contestant Miss Kennedy Thrower. Right behind the Puxico Rhythm Steppers, we have Go SEMO. SEMO's been doing a lot of work as far as getting internet to rural areas here in Stoddard County. And we are also being broadcast on Go SEMO tonight, Power 95, for all those SEMO listeners out there.
SEMO Electric and their Go SEMO subsidy, they're doing a lot of internet work here in the county. They've cleaning up some rural areas that we have that have not had internet. They're currently working inside Puxico City, and then in the very near future, they're going to be working in the rural area outside of Puxico, and trying to get those folks up in there some internet. And then after they get that taken care of, I think Stoddard County is going to be in a real good shape internet-wise.
Will Lloyd Rice still have his office up there at the Stoddard County building where the commission's at, or will he vacate that after they get everybody going?
Well, I think he's up there with us now about more than I am sometimes. Always something going on with Lloyd and getting everything ready to go. I know they're excited. The Stoddard County Commission gave Go SEMO Electric ARPA money that came down the pike specifically for internet. And that's going to help build it. And then SEMO Electric's going to throw $250,000 of their own money in there as well, and they're going to get that taken care of.
Right behind Go SEMO, we have Republic Services. Of course, Republic Services is operating the old Lemons landfill on Highway 25. They take care of a lot of trash needs in the area. First one's passing out candy tonight. D&K Towing and Recovery. That is Mr. Daryl Abner from Sykeston, Missouri.
No, they became very prominent here in Stoddard County here within the last few years. Who do we got coming in behind them?
You're going to have to get the binoculars out to read the bottom of that
the
sign.
Assembly Church. So I don't know what assembly that is. If it's Dexter, Bloomfield, Bernie, Puxico.
Oh, we talked to Dale Jones this weekend, and he said they did not have a float in the parade, so I'm going to say it's probably going to be Bloomfield and Dwight Hensley.
Oh, we got a first float coming up. Looks like some 50 beboppers. Got their poodle skirts on. Happy Days back in the 70s.
Floats are being judged tonight. They have a commercial category, a school category, and a church and other category. First place winners will receive $150. Second place gets $100, and third place gets $50.
Well, I hear the music now. That's Little Richard and Tutti Frutti. I think Little Richard, he was one of the early...
that is the Bloomfield Assembly guy. There's Dwight Hensley bringing it up in the back on the far side.
Okay, good enough. Do our first shout out. We got a text from Washington, D.C. We've got someone watching in Washington, D.C., watching the Stoddard County Fair, Fair Parade, wishing he was here to eat chili and potato soup after it was over tonight. I believe that would be your brother, Eric.
I had another shout out. Margot and Todd are in Washington, D.C. watching as well.
Who's that?
Margot and Todd. They're coming back to Dexter here in a couple days.
Okay. What we got there coming up? Stoddard County Fair Pageant, first alternate, baby, Mr. Easton Hopgood. And I'm sure glad I brought these binoculars because I could not read that. And who else we got coming in behind there? Stoddard County Fair, baby. Miss Queen. Looks like Afton Fitz. And Lakeland Fitz. Lakin. That's wrote too small. Well, we've got our Stoddard County Republican float coming through. Again, 2024 is going to be a big election year.
They got Jacob Clary and C.D. Stewart signs on there pretty quick.
Yep.
Your sign was on the other side last year, and it must be on the other side once again this year.
Yeah,
Haven't
well,
seen it yet.
I think they just keep swapping my sign around. Jacob and CD got right on there.
Yep, CD's got a nice picture of Stoddard County on his. Got Carl, the good sheriff, Carl Hefner, and Sawyer Smith following right behind there. Looks like Mr. Clary walking as well.
Yeah, we'll see what the 2024 offices that are going to be up for election this year will be. The assessor, Jacob Clary, is currently the assessor. He was appointed when Dan Craig resigned. Of course, Sheriff Carl Hefner. Public Administrator Cindy Duckworth is the current public administrator, but she's stepping down at the end of this month. Then we'll have the commissioners in the 1st and 2nd district, as long as the collector treasurer, the coroner, the circuit judge, and state representative Herman Morris's seat will be up for grabs.
Got Brent Stim and his wife and his new baby right behind them, and Mr. Shannon Collier and Candy right behind Brent and his family. Following them, we have the Dexter Bearcats led by Mr. Giovanni Walker. Marching Bearcats, we'll pause and listen.
I was going to say, when the Stoddard County elected officials came by a while ago, the Stoddard County Recorder is pleased to announce a deed fraud and notification system. The system's called Deed Watch, and this search is available for individuals, trusts, businesses, and other entities, and it's a very user-friendly website.
We have the Crowley Ridge Care Center with their float. They have a farm-themed float going on tonight. Want to appreciate them for putting a float in the parade.
That's a nice float.
Now, floats are what make parades. It seems like there's fewer and far between as the years go by, but they're always nice to have, nice for the kids to take a look at.
Well, takes a lot of work to put one together.
Following Crowley Ridge, we have Silverline Trailers located on Highway 25 in Dexter, Missouri. Silverline has about 60 locations nationwide. They have about any type of trailer you'd want, flatbed, dump, utility, you name it, they have it.
Well, I don't know how many trailers they have down on Highway 25, but it's a bunch. Again, the Stoddard County Fair Parade sponsor is Southeast Health. Dr. Andrew Moore and Kim Hagedorn bring cancer care to the region, offering hematology oncology services twice a week right here in Dexter. Their office is located in the new Southeast Specialty Clinic at the hospital. That'll be on the back side of the hospital at the old entrance to the old emergency room before they built the Norman and Billy Hardy emergency room.
Just got a text from my good friend Taylor Pyle from Kelly Pyle Farms. He's on 114 in Essex, Missouri tonight, watching the parade live on his TV while he's drying corn. A lot of farmers in the field tonight, a lot of farmers drying corn tonight. Want to thank them and appreciate the work they do so we can have food around the United States. As we have some other pageant contestants, we've got Easton Barnett. He's the tiny Mr. King of the Stoddard County Fair 2023 and King Mr. Be Beautiful Fall 2023. That's Easton Barnett. Behind him we have Faith Ann. She's the junior Miss Bernie for 2023. And behind Faith,
we have a black truck from Allen Christian GMC.
Some red and black balloons on the back. Just can't tell who it is.
Well, some kind of queen. She's waving. She has a crown.
Behind them, Central Gardens Care Center, the greatest place on earth, has their float and a lot of their residents on there. Central Gardens takes care. You can live there and still have some type of active life, kind of go and leave at your leisure. And then they also have another side.
Who we got on there? Let's see. We got Linda Smith. Well, I see several people on there I know.
It's like Linda's lifting some weights.
She's lifting some weights. Linda, she's in there, got a little rehab. She's one of Stoddard County's better pickleball players. She had a little hip issue. And got Miss Staggs on there. Got Pam Wheeler's mom. She's on there that I can see. And, well, daggone, can't think of her name. It's what happens when you get old. Miss Loper. Mariotis Loper. That's who's there.
Coming up behind the Central Gardens floats and golf carts, we're going to have the Bloomfield Marching Wildcats.
Who's that guy out there in the front kind of walking off to himself? Looks like a clown. Who's there in the golf carts?
That's Central Gardens, too.
Oh, okay. Good enough. I know the folks always appreciate a band stopping in front of them and playing a little bit. And them kids going to get run over by the band getting that candy up out of the street. See Hank Trout, he's across the way there. He's yawning. He must have had a late night. Jordan, he's not out there getting candy.
Following the Marching Wildcats, we have Miss Ansley Ekman. She was the Teen Miss Stoddard County Fair for 2023 Queen. Behind Miss Ekman, we've got Autry Moreland, Eric Paris. Eric and his wife driving in a Z71 Chevrolet. Call Eric tomorrow and he can make you the new owner of it. And we've got Junior Miss Bernie 2023 first alternate Jalen Williams.
That's a nice ride Jalen's in. Who we got coming up here in the orange shirts?
Four Brothers General Contracting, LLC.
Where are they out of?
I don't know. The orange shirts make me think something, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, they got a phone number on it, but I can't read it. It's going by too fast. That's 614 number, Four Brothers General Contracting. That's 614-8006. So they must be Dexter right here in Stoddard County. Got Hyde's Termite and Pest Control coming through. And right behind them we got Steve Jordan. Steve Jordan, I seen his sign today. I was up in the Bell City area. And he's already starting his campaign for state representative. I understand that Herman Morris announced a couple of weeks ago that he wouldn't be running, so Steve's jumping right on it. I'm sure there's going to be several other names coming up in the near future of people that might have an interest in Herman's spot. Steve's number one to get his name out first.
The Express Collision Center right behind them. They're down there on Nina Street in Dexter. State-of-the-art repair and body work.
That's a good looking ride, and they're pulling on the back of that. Probably about a 66 or 67 SS.
Here comes the Bernie High School Marching Mules. They've got a nice group. Behind the Marching Mules, we have another Stoddard County Teen Miss second alternate, Shelby Francis.
I don't think I could read the next one even with binoculars.
Daisy Mae Andrew. She has a long list of things she's won. Daisy Mae Andrew. Behind that, we have the 2022 Queen Miss Holiday Royal. That's Lydia Hanner. And right behind Lydia, we have Taylor Kirkpatrick, Little Miss Bernie 2023. Taylor Kirkpatrick. Following Taylor, we've got one more Little Mr. Bernie. That's going to be Shiloh Jacobs. 2023 Little Mr. Bernie, Shiloh Jacobs. Longtime Dexter mainstay Hubert Neely right behind them in one of his dump trucks. Hubert's got properties around Dexter for rent. He can get you some dirt, some mulch, whatever you need. Hubert can find it.
You need it, you want it, Hubert can get it. All you got to do is ask him. Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County now offers residents advanced imaging technologies. That technology is thanks to former Missouri Senator Roy Blunt and a congressionally directed spending request he steered through the U.S. Senate Committee on Appropriations in 2022. It's now available right here in Dexter. It allows multiple scans to be obtained simultaneously and reduces imaging time by about 40%.
Got the Dexter Youth Soccer Association walking. They've started a soccer program for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders for soccer to continue in Dexter once Dexter Park and Rec cuts off at 5th grade. They recently attended a school board meeting in Dexter asking for soccer to be a sport that Dexter High School provides. Alex Barney, Preston Clark, and the Chad and Kristen Gill family spoke at that meeting. They have about 30 kids with them down there tonight. They've already been playing a couple games this year. Go out and see them. They are on ZZ and Grant Street right there at the intersection. They have a soccer field down there where they will host a couple games this year.
ZZ and Grant Street.
ZZ and Grant will be hole 2. The putting green of hole 2 will be right to the west of that.
Bobby Doug, I had no idea.
Autry Moreland behind them in a Chevy Equinox. They've got a couple trucks in there.
Dexter's blessed with auto dealerships. Auto dealerships helps drive our economy, especially when you talk about Stoddard County government. That's how we derived our money for operations, is through sales tax. And now people come from all over southeast Missouri here in the 4-state area to buy cars in Dexter. Autry's been selling them for a long time. Remember when he was there where the current ambulance district building is, and then he moved out and bought the Chevrolet Cadillac dealership out on the, where he's at located now.
Corvette looks like the last car in the line of Autry Moreland cars to go by. Following them, we have BA Promotions. BA Promotions, led by Miss Tracy Christian. They are your go-to for embroidery and school attire, merchandise, swag, whatever you need customized that you can wear. Call BA Promotions, and Tracy and her team will get it done for you.
They can design it and give you several examples to look at, and they'll come up with something you'll really be happy with. You know, they've done some work for me in the past, and they're very creative with the work they do.
Just a beautiful 78-degree night here in Dexter. It's a little overcast. The clouds blocking the sun right now. You've got the smell of the fresh burnt cornfields in the air. Just a nice welcome to fall. Following up Autry Moreland and BA Promotions, we're going to have Young Real Estate. Young Real Estate, one of the leaders in real estate in southeast Missouri. Danielle Wunderlich and the Wunderlich family have that, and several realtors that can help you if you're needing to buy or sell. Very nice office now on Business 60 in Dexter.
They move a lot of real estate here within the county in southeast Missouri. I wouldn't know for a fact, but I'd say Linda Collier's probably one of their biggest saleswomen. Linda's been in real estate sales now in Stoddard County. I don't want to put an age on her, but she's probably been 45 years or so selling real estate here in our area.
She's forgot more about real estate than anybody else will probably ever know.
She's an old Gray Ridge girl. Grew up next to My mother and grandmother, her mother Dolores Long and my grandmother Chloe Lawrence were best friends. Walked across the street every Sunday to go to the Gray Ridge General Baptist Church.
See Kelly Medley walking along there, and Sarah and Demery, they're both realtors for Young Realty.
They got a nice float there, very colorful.
Looks like it's not Danielle, it's Danielle's sister, it looks like, Jeanette, possibly. I don't know.
I don't think Danielle's daughter's old enough to be that tall, is she?
Danielle's daughter is taller than that, but I don't think that's Danielle's daughter.
We're putting an age on Danielle and Mark.
I said taller, I didn't say older. Right behind Young Real Estate, we have Bullock Furniture. Bullock Furniture has a place there on the east side of Business 60 on the south side of the road, there where the Chinese restaurant used to be at.
Well, you go back a little bit further, it's where Sherman Boone had his grocery store there, Boone Grocery. That's back in the 60s. And if I'm not mistaken, Mark Becker's dad bought it from the Boones. They moved over from Sykeston, and it was Becker Grocery.
Davis Health and Wellness Clinic right behind them.
With that, the side-by-side?
In the side-by-side.
And that's what? Davis what?
Davis Health Clinic.
Oh, okay, good enough. I couldn't read that.
And we have the 2022 Little Miss Liberty Days Piper Ann Williams and the 2022 Mr. Liberty Days King Aaron Crow.
Your brother was kind enough to send me a picture that he took off his television set there in D.C. And Tori and Kyle, I'm going to tell you, you all got, that's quite a picture you all have there that putting out now for the people to see.
It is high def.
Yes, it is. Man, it makes grass there at the funeral home look like turf.
Right behind them, we have the Malden Marching Green Wave.
Now, the Green Wave Band, if I'm not mistaken, they took third in the band competition last year, the marching band. That'll make Bobby Bennett happy. He's across the way there. He's a Malden boy, getting to see the Malden band come through.
Autry Moreland's got a few more cars coming up.
You know, our car dealerships are also real good to haul these queen candidates and queens that are here through the area. Gives them an opportunity for the girls to have a nice ride and showcases their vehicles.
Saturday night down at the Stoddard County Fair will be Demolition Derby night, $5 admission, 7 p.m. start. That's one of the biggest hits down there all week. Make sure you get your Lions Club funnel cake before you head to the Demo Derby. Then they will have entertainment going on each night down at the fair. Friday night, Todd Woods Rodeo will be in Arena A. $5 admission, 6 and under are free.
I'd like to get me a corn dog from the Rotary Club. I think
Phil Turnus will have his corn dog and his Pizza Hut pizza down there for you to buy.
Yep. Phil's been our neighbor here on Stoddard Street for a long time.
Right behind Autry Moreland, we got the Rhodes girls down there passing out candy. Sherry and Tally there at Rhodes. They're two of the managers. They do a great job making sure I have my Diet Coke or unsweet tea every morning. They know pretty much every customer by name.
My good friend Monk, he goes down there every morning for this coffee group.
Yeah, you got Monk and Mr. Thrower and Mr. Cruz and Mr. Williams.
JB go down there?
Yep.
Bland?
1966. Jim Bland?
Jim Bland.
1966 running back.
1963.
63.
Yeah. He's quite a running back in the day. I don't think he could run 100 yards now.
Need an oxygen tank afterwards for sure. Got Dexter FFA right behind them. Their theme is Barn in the USA, Dexter FFA. They've got a little barn put on there with some kids on some hay bales. Dexter FFA has a good thing going on in the springtime. You can take your lawnmower to them, and they'll sharpen the blades, change the filter, and change the oil for you. It's one of the things that the new FFA and ag teachers started.
Agriculture drives the economy in Stoddard County. And these kids in FFA, they're going to be the future leaders. They're going to be the future folks that are
bringing ag into the future.
Selling the fertilizer, the seed, working the fields. There we go, the gun room's coming through.
Adam Sweeney and his father driving their truck with their flag. They have a nice little store down on Stoddard Street on the east side of Stoddard Street. Adam put that shop in 2 years ago. He redid some of the woodworking in there, just a beautiful spot to go. He's got plenty of guns, and if he doesn't have it, he'll find it for you. Right behind Adam and his dad are the Bell City Marching Cubs.
Behind the Cubs, we've got Reagan Williams, and I truly cannot read exactly what she is. And then looks like Maylin Moore. Maylin was the first alternate. I can't read that. It's just too small for me to read. Right behind them, then we've got the 2023 first alternate teen miss for Stoddard County Fair, Jocelyn McGowan.
And Miss DHS 2023-24, and I don't think we're going to be able to see her name, but they have a old type T-model buggy they're driving.
Yeah, they got past me. Her name's on the back, but I couldn't see it.
Bruce Jones Construction coming up. Black truck, black trailer. I think Bruce has been taking flying lessons with Joe Rice. Joe's a local pilot. He's on his honeymoon right now in Walt Disney World, but I'm pretty sure Bruce was one of his students starting out.
Got a nice note here on the text from Mark Geatley. Said he's sitting at home watching the parade. I know his wife and family, they're all sitting down here in front of the funeral home.
Yeah, I thought Mark might want to be up here with his family and his friends.
He's been cutting corn. I know his wife, Sharon, she's always one of the first people to put a chair out. Gets out here about 3:30. The first chair I seen this morning was out at 9 a.m.
Oh, boy.
People start getting out early.
Got a sprint car right behind Bruce Jones Construction. Sprint car racing is somewhat making a comeback. You can go to Poplar Bluff and watch a race. That is the number 122 car. Sponsored by 67 Towing, SEMO Services, and Flying A. Can't quite see a driver's name. Sprint car racing, late model racing, that's kind of fun to go to if you don't have anything on a Friday or Saturday night. You can drive over to Poplar Bluff and watch a race.
Nice looking car, and them things aren't cheap. The Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County is committed to providing patients with the highest quality care and most innovative breast cancer screening technology. That's why they're proud to offer the Genius 3D mammography exam, the most exciting investment in mammography in over 30 years. That's at Southeast Health of Stoddard County in Dexter. What'd you say the white truck is with the yellow and blue balloons?
That's the Benz. You can go to the Benz right across from Rhodes on Business 60 in Dexter.
Well, you get out there at the Ben on a Saturday morning before they open, you better get there early because their parking lot's packed and those folks are wrapped around that building,
Make
both
sure
to
you
east
got your
and
coffee
to the west.
And your smoke's ready to go because you're going to be waiting in line to get in. Right behind the Benz, we've got the Dudley Church of God. Who do you say I am is on their float.
Yeah, the Dudley Church of God, traditionally they have food down at the fair. I don't know if they've got a trailer this year, but they have in the past. I think their specialty was the bloomin' onion.
Right behind them, we've got Rocky the Raider and Three Rivers Community College cheerleaders. Three Rivers has a spot right here in Dexter on Market Street, right by the Dexter Chamber of Commerce. Them bringing that facility into Dexter certainly helped a lot of kids out, able to get their classes right here in town.
And, of course, Coach Gene Bess was a longtime Three Rivers coach, was recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. That's quite a deal. Thanks to Coach, he's won more games than any coach in junior college or college ranks of any ranks. He's the number one man. I had him as a coach had him for a class back in 1975 when I was going to Three Rivers.
Right behind Three Rivers Community College, we've got Bentley Knox Stieferman. And right behind Bentley, we've got Bella Owens, the preteen miss, second alternate, Miss Bella Owens.
Got a note from Miss Pam Wheeler saying that she appreciates Acor Media so she can watch the parade from the comfort of her own couch.
Next up, we have Miss Caroline Porter and Miss Mary Claire Huck.
I'm glad I brought those binoculars.
Lily Grace Boutique is right behind them. And we've got the Bougie van right behind them. The Bougie bus, I think, will come to your desired location and give makeovers.
I've seen the bus. I didn't know what they did.
Well, I think that's what your granddaughter's going to be doing for her 11th birthday party. The Bougie bus is going to be coming to the Mathis house.
If she's 11, she don't need a makeover. She don't need makeup yet.
No.
But that's just a grandfather speaking.
Dexter Medical Center right behind the Bougie bus.
We've really got a wonderful night out here tonight. The weather couldn't be any nicer. I say it's another wonderful day in Stoddard County. Got a nice note here from Stan Elfrank that he's watching. Said he wished he could be there getting free candy. He'd be pushing Mark's wife, Sharon, out of the way to get it.
Sparklight Internet coming up. Sparklight Internet and TV services, they took over for New Wave. And it looks like Scooter's right behind them. Scooter's just opened up a shop here in Dexter within the last year. They seem to be pretty busy every morning.
They stay busy every morning. I go out there occasionally in the evening, drive your mother through. She likes the latte. Then we get back home before the street lights come on and then go to bed. Scooters has several locations here in southeast Missouri. They've really taken off. They've got wonderful, wonderful coffee. The people they got working there, the girls, could not be any friendlier or nicer whenever they're waiting on you.
Stoddard County Fair Board would like your help in supporting our local food bank, Stoddard County Gospel Mission Night. You will receive one coupon for each box of macaroni and cheese with a limit of 6 brought to the fairgrounds. You'll get one ticket. That's going to be on Wednesday night, September 20th from 5 until 8 at both gates. All macaroni and cheese collected is distributed locally in Stoddard County.
Southeast Health is proud to offer infusion services in Dexter. At our Southeast Infusion Center, every aspect of care is designed around each patient and his or her specific needs. We are steadfast in our commitment to offer patients the best experience while they are in our care, and that is in Southeast Health of Stoddard County and Dexter. Who we got coming up in the gray truck, silver truck?
Stoddard County Fair 2023 first alternate. It's going to be Cohen. Can't see Cohen's last name. Cohen Wayne.
The youngster. Well, we're pleased to have Kyle on the camera with us tonight. He's with Acora Media. Kyle's a Risco boy. He's enjoying it up here. He said he likes coming to Dexter.
And in the red truck, we are going to have
pause.
looks like Damon Baby, Mr. Stoddard County Fair 2023. And right behind him, we got the 2023 Stoddard County Fair Young Miss, Kinsley Roberts, second alternate, and the 2023 Stoddard. Right behind them, we have the Stoddard County ARC King and Queen, Debbie and James. Debbie and James, the 2023 Stoddard County King and Queen for the Stoddard County ARC.
What else they got going down on the Midway this week?
We're going to have wood carving down there every night. You can go see the ladies and gentlemen carve wood and an opportunity to buy one of the carvings from Robertson Chainsaw Carvers. They'll have an act every night at 7 p.m. Thursday night's going to be bracelet night. Bracelet night, $30 each. You can ride all the rides you want to. And then 4-H and FFA livestock auction will be on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. If you get there at 8, they will feed you breakfast.
And we got going through KWOC Sports Authority in southeast Missouri back in the late 60s and 70s when they had E.E. Bus Carr as their sports information director.
94 points.
Southeast Missouri.
Looks like we got the Boathouse Winery in the Corvette right behind them. And right behind the Boathouse, we've got Verts. They're in the old Robbie D's building in Dexter by the Dexter Inn. Cash only. Farm Credit right behind them.
Who are those coming up in behind there? Some nice side-by-sides.
If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's M2 Outdoors. You can go see M2 Outdoors there on the west side of Business 60 and get you a zero turn, some corn to put out for the deer, a mower, tractor, whatever you need. They're going to have it at M2 Outdoors.
They've got more inventory. It just amazes me the amount of inventory that they have. If it comes to lawn and garden and then the outside, outdoor activities, they've got it or can get it. I can't read what the FC is coming up.
Open to the public, no membership required. FC supplements, it looks like. They're on West Market Street in Dexter. You can go see them for all your weightlifting supplement needs.
Oh, okay. Is that a gym?
Sounds like a lion tamer up there on the float.
Got a nice float, colorful. Got their popcorn filled with balloons. Look like they got them some dancers, some clowns. Well, we won't read that text.
Tori, what games you guys got coming up this week? Where are you going to be at Friday night? Tori's going to let us know what's going to be on Acor Media Friday night for the Football Friday game of the week. Thursday will be Holcomb and Crothersville volleyball. Friday will be East Prairie at Malden, and then next Friday they're going to have the Dexter-Crillersville homecoming game. Right behind V&A, we're going to have, it's like Delta Realty in a side-by-side.
Delta Realty, they just recently opened their realty office here in Dexter and Stoddard County. Some girls, well, I'm not going to shoot my mouth off and say exactly who the owner is, but I know several of the girls that work there. They've been involved in Stoddard County Realty for many years. You talk about volleyball being on Acor Media. Stoddard County is one of the hotbeds for volleyball here in the state of Missouri. You go up to Advance, and they're a defending state champion. You got Aaron Hoffman coaching up there. Bernie's always a traditional power. Dexter, they've always been a powerhouse. You got Bloomfield. Stoddard County is blessed with volleyball teams that they rattle your cage once it comes district and state tournament time.
Right behind Delta Realty, we've got the Busy Bee float that says, "We spend our parade budget on candy. You're welcome." The Gardner family always puts a float in at the Stoddard County Fair Parade. Want to appreciate Sam and Bobby and Mr. Gardner and their family for all they do.
If this goes over where we continue to do the parade from up here on the roof, and in 10 years I'll be 76, I might have to have Sam to bring a front end loader or something up here to get some plywood on it to lift me up here, because I doubt I'd be able to crawl up the ladder.
This week on Acor Media for the Football Friday game of the week is going to be Charleston and Portageville. And then next week, for the game of the week, there's going to be two, one of them being the Dexter-Crillersville game. That will be Dexter's homecoming game. It should be a good matchup. Right behind the Gardner family and Busy Bee, we have Ezekiel's Closet.
What do? They got some writing on there. I realize it's something to do with clothing.
Providing clothing. Looks like they provide clothing to kids who need it.
Okay, good enough.
573-625-9304 number. Another group that does that would be the Class organization. Class gets a list of names from all Stoddard County schools and gets brand new name brand clothes for children to wear in the fall and winter months. It's a good organization started by Miss Rhonda Stever. Tony Pyle, Donna Mofield. A lot of
They, of course, they're not in the parade, but we're giving them a shout out. They, one of those things that they do a lot of good things in Stoddard County. Got some people down there, down below. They need to act their age.
Alara Caring Hospice, one of our hospice groups here in Dexter. Looks like Dale Jones, their chaplain's walking in the parade with them.
Very nice float they got. Stoddard County and Dexter have several hospice organizations that do wonderful work, taking care of folks in their time of need, the end-of-life issues. Very caring. They've got chaplains, their nursing staff, their certified nursing assistants, home assistants. They're all very dedicated. I can't say enough about all the hospice organizations that we have. We do get around and work with them somewhat closely and get to know the people, and they're very dedicated to what they do. It's not an easy job. We've got a volleyball team coming up.
Looks like it's the Dexter Bearcat volleyball team.
Well, like I said just a while ago, Stoddard County's been blessed with good volleyball through the years.
Haley Orff's first year as being head coach for the Dexter Lady Cats, and her assistant is Miss Andy Cruz. Andy got married the past couple months.
You know,
I'm drawing a blank on her last name. I think it's Andy Horton.
Andy Horton.
Yep.
That's it. Andy Cruz - Horton.
Glad to have Andy back here. She was a teacher and volleyball coach down at Kennett for a year, and
Andy was quite a volleyball player in her own right when she was out here at DHS.
she got after it.
Yes, she did. She had some girls she played with, had a little attitude. If you're going to play sports, you got to have the attitude.
Mamba mentality. Right behind the DHS Lady Cats, we have Hairworks, located in Dexter. They're pulling Lillian Grace Elliott. She's a 2023 Peach Fair Queen, Advance and Labor Day Little Miss Queen, and a couple other things on there. But Hairworks in Dexter, 573-624-8885.
They're right there on 1 Mile Road.
511 North 1 Mile Road.
Just got a text from somebody, and we was talking about Ezekiel's Closet a while ago. They said Ezekiel Closet is a not-for-profit that assists in providing needs when a child goes into foster care. So thank you for that shout-out, letting us know what was going by, because we were questioning, and we took a guess. We were close, but these folks do take care of people, a child that goes into foster care.
Got Candyland Daycare right behind them. Candyland's a staple off of Sassafras and, is that Finetta or Bain Street?
Bain, Sassafras and Bain. Candyland's been in operation now, oh gosh. She wasn't there quite there when we moved down on Sassafras, but she came right in after it, so she's pushing 35 good years.
Smith Payne Realty right behind Candyland. Got Aunt Connie Smith down there, and the
Melanie
Melanie Payne.
Melanie with them.
Melanie's on the other side, I think. Or no, Melanie's driving the truck, pulling the float.
She's waving at people.
Right behind them, we have, looks like going to be the Hall Service Company, Heating and Cooling. Eric Hall, he played on a baseball team we had back in the day.
I think we coached him, didn't he?
You did, yep.
Yep, Eric, he came in. We've used him up the county for a few things and done a wonderful job. Response time was great, and haven't heard any complaints about Eric and what they do there. His comes from the Johnson family. His grandfather was a long-time individual in heating, air conditioning here in Stoddard County. Dexter, they lived over on Finetta Street around the corner from us, had a couple of kids, Rhonda and David. They were along about my age. We all played together back in the 60s.
SEMO Health Network right behind the Hall family. And 2M Events.
2 what?
2M Events. Let us bring the life to the party. Not a phone number on there, but it looks like you can find 2M Events for all your partying needs.
Well, I can't read the next one coming through, so you're going to have to get the binoculars back out.
Helton Storm Chasing. That's Joe Helton. He'll kind of like a Reed Timmer type guy for Southeast Missouri. Joe goes and sits on Crowley Ridge and chases the storms coming in. He'll go Facebook Live, and he'll get in the action so you don't have to.
If I see a storm coming, I'm going the other direction.
Following Joe Helton is going to be the Lighthouse Church. Let your light shine. The Lighthouse Church does a lot for Stoddard County. They, of course, have their dental event. I think it's every Saturday now, and they're getting ready to break ground on a building that they'll be able to do that a lot better in.
That dental thing that they have out at the Lighthouse, pioneered by Bill Kane, that's his legacy in life. I mean, it's really turned into something phenomenal. They've got a dental school that's coming down. Those kids are helping. They've got professors that are renting apartments here so they can be down here on the weekend for the whole time they're doing it. It's something, what they're doing for those that are in need of health care, veterans especially. I could go on and on about that, and I can certainly thank Dr. Bill Kane for getting that going here in Stoddard County.
Yep, Tim Russell and his church are good about, seems like almost every Saturday there's something going on during the COVID. They passed out a lot of food, a lot of chicken, If there's a need, they're going to try and meet it in the area. Next float we have doesn't have a name on the side, so I can't tell you what it is.
Well, they got their name on their T-shirt, if you could read a T-shirt. It's like a nursing facility or something. I might be putting my foot in my mouth. I don't know.
Say the context clues would be pretty good on that one. Right behind them, we're going to have the Bloomfield FFA, sponsored by Farm Credit. Farm Credit services Southeast Missouri. The Zabellin family. Mr. Zabellin and Holden Bruce out there take care of you. Bloomfield FFA has a nice little float. Some hay bales, some cows on there, and some cowboys.
No matter your age or activity level, a healthy bone and muscle system is vital to your quality of life. You need the support to keep you doing what you do best. You need Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's world-class orthopedic care close to home. Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the official sports medicine providers for the Dexter Bearcats.
Girl Scout Troop 71218 coming up. They have a float as well. We're getting into some tractors now. I want to thank the Dexter Street Department for everything they will do right as soon as this parade ends. The street department comes up, walks the sidewalks with blowers, and they'll run the street sweep and pick everything up, and you won't even know a parade happened tomorrow.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that with the tractors coming up, that means the horses can't be far behind them. And our weather tonight, again, I'm going to say just been absolutely phenomenal. We could not have asked for a nicer night. Last year it was hot. Year before that, if I'm not mistaken, we had a downpour.
Little
rain. We were scampering.
First tractor is a nice red Massey Ferguson. I believe that's an 1135. And it's got, the name on it is Cotton Stalk, in memory of Howard DeCurley.
Yep. The horses are coming down Stoddard Street.
That is a big John Deere tractor. I haven't seen one with that wheel set up. Might be a new one.
Looks like that thing cost $5,000 to $10,000.
Times what?
Maybe for the front tire.
Yeah. Dexter's fortunate to have a couple rodeo places right within shooting distance, where if a child or even an adult still wants to rodeo, team pin, barrel race, they have the opportunity to do so. We also have a couple gentlemen in the area that are raising mules and still pull mules, wagons.
I just got a shout out from Patrick Barber, said he likes the new perspective from our roof cam. That's what we'll call it, roof cam.
Call it the Barry and Michelle Aycock cam.
Well, Barry and Michelle, they've got Tori and got Kyle up here helping us, and we put this together pretty quick. Tori and Kyle got up here, and they started roping this stuff up and getting us all set up. All we had to do was sit and talk. They had to do the wiring and getting the cameras all in place.
So like the Stoddard County EMA vehicle behind that, who is the Stoddard County EMA director?
Bo Bishop.
Bo.
Yeah, Bo is doing a wonderful job.
It's his first year, second year?
Yeah, he came on right before I became presiding again, and he got the job, and Bo is really doing a very good job for us. Very informative. He comes in and gives us a monthly report. If something goes up, wrong, whatever, he's there to tell us about it. Of course, from a commissioner's perspective, he runs an absolutely wonderful budget. He doesn't spend a lot of money. That makes me happy.
Those kids don't get back from the street, we're going to need an ambulance because they're going to get drop kicked by one of these horses. Once again, this was the start of the 96th annual Stoddard County Fair with the Stoddard County Fair Parade. I want to thank the Dexter Chamber of Commerce for helping putting this on. As far as the parade goes, the Huey family and all the Dexter Fair Board down there at the fairgrounds. And I want to thank Southeast Health for being the 2023 Stoddard County Fair Parade sponsor. Southeast Health doing a lot of things in the community, whether it be in Dexter, Bernie, Malden, anywhere in Southeast Missouri, you can find a Southeast Health location. They're always quick to sponsor any event locally. I want to thank Sue Ann Williams locally here in Dexter, Hillary Pyle, and the staff they have out there. That oncology department they have is really nice, so Dexter people don't have to drive to Cape and take a 3-hour chemo infusion, then possibly get sick and have to drive an hour on the way home. So they can get the same drugs they would get in St. Louis or MD Anderson right here in Dexter.
Well, of course, we got the merger coming up with Mercy, and I think that's going to be real positive for Dexter and Stoddard County. Mercy is very in tune to rural areas in their health care. I think we're going to see a wonderful, wonderful improvement with the amount of doctors and technology and services provided by Mercy.
Once again, this has been the 2023 Stoddard County Fair Parade powered by Acor Media, sponsored by Southeast Health. I'm Aaron Mathis saying good night for Greg Mathis. You all have a good week down on the Midway. Thank you.